So let's talk about now accidentals. Okay, accidentals you'll see happen in a couple different spots on the staff. Okay, you'll see them later on as key signatures, but we're not going to touch that just yet. Okay, but for now, and key signatures will always be just after the treble clef or after the bass clef. But the other thing that accidentals do, or let's figure out what accidentals do and what are the different types of accidentals. We have sharps. You know what? I'm going to redraw that because I should be at a better angle. Okay, so this is a sharp. Spelled like that. This is a flat. Kind of looks like a B, a lowercase b, but with a bit more of a slant here. This is what we call a natural. And you see how I drew that? I drew an L with a slant and a 7 with a slant at the top. Okay, so we have, this is called a natural sign. We can also have double sharps, which would be represented by an X, okay, in front of a note. Okay, these are placed, all these different things, all these different accidentals will be placed on the staff, so to represent different notes. Now remember that the keyboard has black and white keys. Now so far we've only identified the white keys, so let's get to identifying the black keys, how we can call them, and I'll show you on the piano in a second. On the staff though, the way that we write a sharp, say I have an A here, and I want it to be raised. I want the black key just above it. Well, then I draw a sharp sign. Now you'll notice that I've created a little box in between the lines. I want to keep that little box in between the lines. If it's on say I take a G and want to draw a sharp, well then, again, I try and make those as vertical as possible, but these ones have to be slightly angled. They're not completely horizontal, but you see now my box is surrounding that line. Okay, for flats, say I want a D flat, so flats bring us downwards, so a sharp will take us from one key to the very next key above it. Okay, a flat will take us from one key on the piano to the very next note, or to the very next key below it. So instead of playing the natural D, we would play the black key right below it, which would be D flat. See how my part here kind of goes on the line, and it's not crossing the next line, it's not touching the other ones. Okay, it's very important for clarity, you know, when people are reading music, that it's in the right spot. So if I'm going to actually sharpen my pencil because it's getting a bit dull. Okay, so if I go in a space, say I have an A. That wasn't great because I crossed the line, didn't I? So say this time I want the note right below A. The black key right below A would be A flat. And there we go. I keep it within the space. Natural, say I have what a natural does. So a sharp raises a note by a semitone. A flat lowers it by a semitone. Okay? The natural, if I had an A flat here and then I wanted to bring it back to the white key, I would put my A there, and then I would put my natural sign within there. If it's on the line, so the natural cancels out a flat or a sharp. Okay, so I want that little box. I should have made it a bit better angled. There we go. Okay, so we have the natural, the flat, and the sharp. You will also see sometimes, say in certain cases, if I want to raise a note that's already sharp, and say this was already sharp, an A sharp, and I want it even higher, I put an X in front of it, and that means double sharp. So you raise it 2 semitones. If I wanted to lower something by 2 semitones, I would put double flat in front of it. That's accidentals.